每天练习英语听、说、练，与我们一起提升你的语言技能。完成后，在我们的应用程式里多加练习。免费，连结在下方。开始练习吧。
I start my day by checking new claims. I start my day by checking new claims.
我的一天从查看新进赔案开始。
I start my day by checking new claims. I start my day by checking new claims. I log in to the claims system. I log in to the claims system.
我登入理赔系统。
I log in to the claims system. I log in to the claims system. I read emails from policyholders. I read emails from policyholders.
我阅读保护的电子邮件。
I read emails from policyholders. I read emails from policyholders. I return calls from last night. I return calls from last night.
我回复昨晚的来电。
I return calls from last night. I return calls from last night. I review the first loss notice. I review the first loss notice.
我审阅首次出险通知。
I review the first loss notice. I review the first loss notice. I check the claim number and date. I check the claim number and date.
我确认赔案编号与日期。
I check the claim number and date. I check the claim number and date. I confirm the policy is active. I confirm the policy is active.
我确认保单为有效状态。
I confirm the policy is active. I confirm the policy is active. I read the coverage limits. I read the coverage limits.
我查看保障限额。
I read the coverage limits. I read the coverage limits. I note the deductible amount. I note the deductible amount.
我记下自付额金额。
I note the deductible amount. I note the deductible amount. I call the customer to introduce myself. I call the customer to introduce myself.
我打电话给客户做自我介绍。
I call the customer to introduce myself. I call the customer to introduce myself. Maria answers and sounds worried. Maria answers and sounds worried.
Maria 接起来，听起来很担心。
Maria answers and sounds worried. Maria answers and sounds worried. I speak calmly and listen. I speak calmly and listen.
我平静地说话并倾听。
I speak calmly and listen. I speak calmly and listen. I ask what happened and when. I ask what happened and when.
我询问发生了什么事与发生时间。
I ask what happened and when. I ask what happened and when. I verify the address and phone number. I verify the address and phone number.
我核对地址与电话号码。
I verify the address and phone number. I verify the address and phone number. I schedule an inspection time. I schedule an inspection time.
我安排勘察时间。
I schedule an inspection time. I schedule an inspection time. I explain what I will do on site. I explain what I will do on site.
我说明到现场会做哪些事项。
I explain what I will do on site. I explain what I will do on site. I remind Maria to save receipts. I remind Maria to save receipts.
我提醒 Maria 保留收据。
I remind Maria to save receipts. I remind Maria to save receipts. I write a clear appointment note. I write a clear appointment note.
我写下清楚的约访备注。
I write a clear appointment note. I write a clear appointment note. I check the weather for the day. I check the weather for the day.
我查看今天的天气。
I check the weather for the day. I check the weather for the day. I gather my safety gear. I gather my safety gear.
我准备好安全装备。
I gather my safety gear. I gather my safety gear. I pack a tape measure and flashlight. I pack a tape measure and flashlight.
我打包卷尺与手电筒。
I pack a tape measure and flashlight. I pack a tape measure and flashlight. I charge my tablet and camera. I charge my tablet and camera.
我帮平板与相机充电。
I charge my tablet and camera. I charge my tablet and camera. I print the claim summary. I print the claim summary.
我列印赔案摘要。
I print the claim summary. I print the claim summary. I leave the office for my first visit. I leave the office for my first visit.
我离开办公室前往第一个勘察地点。
I leave the office for my first visit. I leave the office for my first visit. Traffic is heavy, so I call ahead. Traffic is heavy, so I call ahead.
交通很拥塞，所以我先打电话通知。
Traffic is heavy, so I call ahead. Traffic is heavy, so I call ahead. Jake confirms he will be home. Jake confirms he will be home.
Jake 确认他会在家。
Jake confirms he will be home. Jake confirms he will be home. I arrive and greet Jake at the door. I arrive and greet Jake at the door.
我抵达并在门口向 Jake 致意。
I arrive and greet Jake at the door. I arrive and greet Jake at the door. I show my company ID. I show my company ID.
我出示公司的识别证。
I show my company ID. I show my company ID. I inspect the roof for hail damage. I inspect the roof for hail damage.
我检查屋顶是否有冰雹损害。
I inspect the roof for hail damage. I inspect the roof for hail damage. I take wide photos of the house. I take wide photos of the house.
我拍摄房子的广角照。
I take wide photos of the house. I take wide photos of the house. I take close photos of the dents. I take close photos of the dents.
我拍摄凹痕的近照。
I take close photos of the dents. I take close photos of the dents. I note the size of the hail hits. I note the size of the hail hits.
我记录冰雹打击点的大小。
I note the size of the hail hits. I note the size of the hail hits. I check the gutters and vents. I check the gutters and vents.
我检查雨槽与通风口。
I check the gutters and vents. I check the gutters and vents. I look for missing shingles. I look for missing shingles.
我查看是否有遗失的屋瓦。
I look for missing shingles. I look for missing shingles. I ask Jake about the storm date. I ask Jake about the storm date.
我询问 Jake 暴风雨发生的日期。
I ask Jake about the storm date. I ask Jake about the storm date. I check his receipts for tarps. I check his receipts for tarps.
我查看他购买防水帆布的收据。
I check his receipts for tarps. I check his receipts for tarps. I explain temporary repairs are covered. I explain temporary repairs are covered.
我说明临时修缮费用可理赔。
I explain temporary repairs are covered. I explain temporary repairs are covered. I climb down and thank Jake. I climb down and thank Jake.
我爬下来并向 Jake 致谢。
I climb down and thank Jake. I climb down and thank Jake. I sit in my car and write notes. I sit in my car and write notes.
我坐回车上撰写笔记。
I sit in my car and write notes. I sit in my car and write notes. I create an estimate on my tablet. I create an estimate on my tablet.
我用平板制作损失估算。
I create an estimate on my tablet. I create an estimate on my tablet. I use simple language in my report. I use simple language in my report.
我在报告中使用简白的用语。
I use simple language in my report. I use simple language in my report. I upload the photos to the file. I upload the photos to the file.
我把照片上传到陪案档案。
I upload the photos to the file. I upload the photos to the file. I set an initial reserve for the loss. I set an initial reserve for the loss.
我设定本案的初步理赔准备金。
I set an initial reserve for the loss. I set an initial reserve for the loss. I call a roofer for a second opinion. I call a roofer for a second opinion.
我致电屋顶施工商征询第二意见。
I call a roofer for a second opinion. I call a roofer for a second opinion. Linda from Apex Roofing picks up. Linda from Apex Roofing picks up.
Apex Roofing 的 Linda 接起电话。
Linda from Apex Roofing picks up. Linda from Apex Roofing picks up. We agree to meet tomorrow. We agree to meet tomorrow.
我们约好明天见面。
We agree to meet tomorrow. We agree to meet tomorrow. I drive to a car shop for my next claim. I drive to a car shop for my next claim.
我开车到车厂处理下一件赔案。
I drive to a car shop for my next claim. I drive to a car shop for my next claim. A red SUV was hit in the rear. A red SUV was hit in the rear.
一辆红色休旅车的后方被撞。
A red SUV was hit in the rear. A red SUV was hit in the rear. I meet Sam at the body shop. I meet Sam at the body shop.
我在钣喷厂与 Sam 碰面。
I meet Sam at the body shop. I meet Sam at the body shop. I check the VIN and mileage. I check the VIN and mileage.
我核对车身识别号与里程数。
I check the VIN and mileage. I check the VIN and mileage. I take photos of the bumper and frame. I take photos of the bumper and frame.
我拍摄保险杆与车架的照片。
I take photos of the bumper and frame. I take photos of the bumper and frame. I compare the shop estimate. I compare the shop estimate.
我与车厂的估价单进行比对。
I compare the shop estimate. I compare the shop estimate. I check if the parts are aftermarket. I check if the parts are aftermarket.
我检查零件是否为副厂件。
I check if the parts are aftermarket. I check if the parts are aftermarket. I talk to Sam about rental coverage. I talk to Sam about rental coverage.
我与 Sam 讨论租车、代步车保障。
I talk to Sam about rental coverage. I talk to Sam about rental coverage. I approve a rental car for 3 days. I approve a rental car for 3 days.
我核准3天的代步车。
I approve a rental car for 3 days. I approve a rental car for 3 days. I note the tow bill in the file. I note the tow bill in the file.
我在档案中记录拖吊费用。
I note the tow bill in the file. I note the tow bill in the file. I ask for a copy of the police report. I ask for a copy of the police report.
我索取警方报告的副本。
I ask for a copy of the police report. I ask for a copy of the police report. I verify the driver on the policy. I verify the driver on the policy.
我核实保单载明的驾驶人。
I verify the driver on the policy. I verify the driver on the policy. I check for prior damage. I check for prior damage.
我检查是否有既有损伤。
I check for prior damage. I check for prior damage. I explain the total loss process. I explain the total loss process.
我说明全损处理流程。
I explain the total loss process. I explain the total loss process. Sam signs a form for a recorded call. Sam signs a form for a recorded call.
Sam 签署录音通话同意书。
Sam signs a form for a recorded call. Sam signs a form for a recorded call. I record his statement with consent. I record his statement with consent.
经同意后，我录下他的陈述。
I record his statement with consent. I record his statement with consent. I ask simple, clear questions. I ask simple, clear questions.
我提出简单、清楚的问题。
I ask simple, clear questions. I ask simple, clear questions. I avoid leading questions. I avoid leading questions.
我避免引导式提问。
I avoid leading questions. I avoid leading questions. I thank Sam for his time. I thank Sam for his time.
我感谢 Sam 拨空配合。
I thank Sam for his time. I thank Sam for his time. I email a claim update to him. I email a claim update to him.
我寄给他一封理赔进度更新的电子邮件。
I email a claim update to him. I email a claim update to him. I eat a quick lunch at my desk. I eat a quick lunch at my desk.
我在座位上快速吃午餐。
I eat a quick lunch at my desk. I eat a quick lunch at my desk. I answer a call from Priya. I answer a call from Priya.
我接到 Priya 的来电。
I answer a call from Priya. I answer a call from Priya. Priya reports water damage in her kitchen. Priya reports water damage in her kitchen.
Priya 回报她的厨房有水损。
Priya reports water damage in her kitchen. Priya reports water damage in her kitchen. I ask if a plumber stopped the leak. I ask if a plumber stopped the leak.
我询问水电师傅是否已经止漏。
I ask if a plumber stopped the leak. I ask if a plumber stopped the leak. I tell her to turn off the water line. I tell her to turn off the water line.
我请她先关闭总水阀。
I tell her to turn off the water line. I tell her to turn off the water line. I arrange an emergency dry out. I arrange an emergency dry out.
我安排紧急抽湿前皂。
I arrange an emergency dry out. I arrange an emergency dry out. I call a restoration company. I call a restoration company.
我致电一家修复公司。
I call a restoration company. I call a restoration company. Omar from Rapid Dry is on the way. Omar from Rapid Dry is on the way.
Rapid Dry 的 Omar 正在赶来。
Omar from Rapid Dry is on the way. Omar from Rapid Dry is on the way. I create a task for moisture readings. I create a task for moisture readings.
我建立湿度量测的工作项目。
I create a task for moisture readings. I create a task for moisture readings. I schedule a home visit for 3 p.m. I schedule a home visit for 3 p.m.
我排定下午3点的到府勘察。
I schedule a home visit for 3 p.m. I schedule a home visit for 3 p.m. I check coverage for sudden leaks. I check coverage for sudden leaks.
我查核突发性漏水的保障。
I check coverage for sudden leaks. I check coverage for sudden leaks. I explain what is not covered. I explain what is not covered.
我说明不在承保范围的项目。
I explain what is not covered. I explain what is not covered. I talk about mold limits and timelines. I talk about mold limits and timelines.
我说明霉菌的限额与处理时程。
I talk about mold limits and timelines. I talk about mold limits and timelines. I send pre-A summary by email. I send pre-A summary by email.
我以电子邮件寄给 Pre-A 重点摘要。
I send pre-A summary by email. I send pre-A summary by email. I update my supervisor on a large loss. I update my supervisor on a large loss.
我向主管更新一件大额损失的进度。
I update my supervisor on a large loss. I update my supervisor on a large loss. We discuss reserves and next steps. We discuss reserves and next steps.
我们讨论准备金与后续步骤。
We discuss reserves and next steps. We discuss reserves and next steps. I join a video meeting with the team. I join a video meeting with the team.
我参加与团队的视讯会议。
I join a video meeting with the team. I join a video meeting with the team. We share tips on roof inspections. We share tips on roof inspections.
我们交流屋顶检查的技巧。
We share tips on roof inspections. We share tips on roof inspections. I learn a new way to mark hail hits. I learn a new way to mark hail hits.
我学到一种标记冰雹打点的新方法。
I learn a new way to mark hail hits. I learn a new way to mark hail hits. I return to the field for another claim. I return to the field for another claim.
我回到外勤处理另一件赔案。
I return to the field for another claim. I return to the field for another claim. A tree fell on Carlos's garage. A tree fell on Carlos's garage.
一棵树倒在 Carlos 的车库上。
A tree fell on Carlos's garage. A tree fell on Carlos's garage. I greet Carlos and walk the property. I greet Carlos and walk the property.
我向 Carlos 问好并一同巡视屋况与庭院。
I greet Carlos and walk the property. I greet Carlos and walk the property. I check for downed power lines. I check for downed power lines.
我查看是否有倒塌的电力线。
I check for downed power lines. I check for downed power lines. I keep a safe distance from hazards. I keep a safe distance from hazards.
我与危险处保持安全距离。
I keep a safe distance from hazards. I keep a safe distance from hazards. I take notes on the wind direction. I take notes on the wind direction.
我记下当时的风向。
I take notes on the wind direction. I take notes on the wind direction. I measure the broken rafters. I measure the broken rafters.
我量测断裂的屋架斜梁。
I measure the broken rafters. I measure the broken rafters. I ask about any injured people. I ask about any injured people.
我询问是否有人受伤。
I ask about any injured people. I ask about any injured people. I provide a list of trusted contractors. I provide a list of trusted contractors.
我提供可信赖的承包商名单。
I provide a list of trusted contractors. I provide a list of trusted contractors. I explain how to prevent more damage. I explain how to prevent more damage.
我说明如何避免损害进一步扩大。
I explain how to prevent more damage. I explain how to prevent more damage.
感谢观看，订阅我们的频道并开启通知，及时获取新视频，持续你的英语学习之旅。